What's going on, guys? We are back here with some more Spider-Man Through the Omen Path Standard, and today I cooked. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I cooked with this one. And what you were looking at here is a slightly different take on prowess. Now, when you hear the word prowess, you might normally associate that with Corey Steelcutter and Vivi or Nita, and you might have some nightmares when you hear that word prowess. But we are going to be playing it in blue-white? Just hear me out for a second, okay? So as far as the threats in this deck are concerned, you probably have seen a good amount of these before. Stormchaser's talent being a 1-mana 1/1 prowess, Draycatcher, which you probably haven't heard of this card in a while ever since the banning of Corey Steelcutter and Monstrous Rage, but it is still legal. It's a 2-mana 1/3 with Vigilance and Prowess, and you can make some Drake tokens with it as well. Whenever it hits them, they get counters equal to the damage dealt, and so on and so forth. Astrologian's Planisphere, which doesn't technically have prowess, but it's more like permanent prowess. And then Elusive Otter, which is a strange card here, but it's a 1-mana 1/1 prowess that has a little bit of evasion, okay? And then at the very top of the curve, this is where the white splash kind of starts to come into play, and that's Cosmogrand Zenith. Now, as you notice, with being a prowess deck, we typically want to have a bunch of cheap spells, whether that's cheap threats, 1-mana threats, 1-mana cantrips, 1-mana removal spells. This deck has a total of 25 1-mana spells. So, as you can imagine, if you're playing that many 1-mana spells, Cosmogrand Zenith becomes very good. You also have a pretty high density of cheap enough threats. You have 8 1-drops and 8 2-drops. So you get to maximize the utility of Zenith, where there's going to be some games where on turn 4 you trigger Zenith and you want to put counters, and there's going to be some games where you're lighter on threats because your opponent interacted with you in the first couple of turns and you just want to make a couple of 1/1s. So that's kind of the threat base, right? A lot of prowess creatures, cards that pay you off for playing multiple spells in a turn, just like every other prowess deck that you've probably seen. And then, as far as the 1-mana non-threats are concerned, Opt and Sleight of Hand. These are backbones of basically every blue aggressive tempo strategy that you will find in the standard format. It really started with blue-red prowess when we had Corey Steelcutter, and now the red cards are a little bit nerfed, so we're trying a different color here. But you're still going to include your cantrips. And then the other big benefit to playing white is Seam Rip, which is a non-creature spell. It's one of the better removal spells in the format because although it only handles a small subset of, it's only 2 mana or less, the fact that you can hit any type of non-land permanent with it, that could be artifact, enchantment. I'm looking at you, Agatha Soul Cauldron, and Prophetic Memory. So Seam Rip is very good in just being a good catch-all, and it's another 1-mana spell. And the card that really ties the room together here from Edge of Eternities is Honor. Very simple card. Single white mana, put a counter on a creature, draw a card. That's it. But the reason that this card does so much at like sort of just gluing everything together, it's kind of like the glue that holds the ship together. That's kind of the way that I look at it. Is it's another cantrip. So it allows you to play 12 1-mana draw spells, which not only make your Cosmogrand Zenith better, but also just make it so your prowess creatures are a lot better, right? Those games where you go 1-drop into 2-drop, you're a lot more likely going to be able to chain 3 spells together on turn 3 to attack your opponent for 9. Maybe you're killing a creature in the process, and so on and so forth. The other really important thing that is maybe not the most apparent at first glance is because Honor puts a counter on a creature, that means that Draycatcher, right? Draycatcher says whenever it hits them, you get that many counters, and then you can remove 3 counters to make a 2/2 Drake, right? Normally, you would have to play 2 spells in a turn to be able to trigger the Draycatcher. But the really important thing about Honor is that it puts a counter on Draycatcher and triggers Prowess, which means that if you don't have any other spells, or you want to, say, for example, play a creature or multiple creatures that turn, then you don't actually need to play a second spell to get Hatcher to 3 power, because the Honor does that by itself. Also, the counter is really good on defense because Draycatcher has Vigilance, so it gives you a better blocker on defense, which is phenomenal. There is some pretty sick synergy with Cosmogrand Zenith and Draycatcher too, because Cosmo can put counters on the Hatcher, which is pretty nice. Sheltered by Ghosts, a card that we haven't mentioned yet. It's only a couple copies because it is 2 mana. We're trying to make the curve as low as possible. But similar to Honor, Sheltered by Ghosts pumps the power of Draycatcher. So just by itself, the Sheltered will get the Draycatcher 2/3 power while also removing a blocker in the process. We got a couple of stock ups here. I kind of wish there was room for more, but I'm just not quite sure what to cut. I have thought about changing the split of Zenith and stock up to 2 Zenith, 3 stock up. That could be something you want to try in the future. Only 20 lands, but we are playing 12 1-mana cantrips, so 20 lands should be good. And then it might seem very minor, but I do want to point out 4 Starting Town and 4 Multiversal Passage. I was actually quite shocked at how often I was casting the green half of this spell from the Elusive Otter. And you might not, like I said, it might not seem apparent at first glance, but the spell half of this card is really good. And what's more importantly, you can cast this for 0, which means that if you have a green mana lying around and you just need a prowess trigger, there you go. You can just do this for 0 and then just trigger your 3 or 4 prowess creatures. And then white also gives you some powerful sideboard cards like Authority of the Consuls, Exorcise, Devout Decree, Sheltered. I'm choosing to play Ghost Vacuum over Rest in Peace because Stormchaser's talent, a little awkward. I may or may not have played Rest in Peace in the first couple of games and realized that interaction, so we swap that. Some counter spells, some more bounce spells, and some more counter spells, and then the third stock up is currently in the sideboard. But yeah, I mean, I threw this together really not expecting a ton, and we kind of went on a tear with it. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. I thank you for watching the intro, and without further ado, I'll see you back here in just a little bit for round number 1. The reason I didn't want to add props and stories is that I think the prop stuff just is like too expensive. And if you're trying to play Cosmogrand Zenith and a bunch of 1-drops, that's just not a very good core for props and stories. Like, I'd rather just be Lord of the Ground. You know what I mean? Oh. That's tough, right? I think with the yeah, see, that's the thing, right? If I don't take the Sheltered, I have less reason for this. We'll take this. Is Steam still down? I don't know if Steam's down. I haven't opened Steam in a while. What is the next broken deck post VV? What if I told you that the next broken deck post VV is blue-red? Would you believe me? Because that might be the answer to your question. I know it's probably not the answer you want to hear, but I think it might be the answer. Yeah, it's just the VV deck without VV. Alright, it's dead. It's dead. Opponent's in the no fun zone. Absolute hater. Alright. What to do here? We should play around Opal, right? These decks do sometimes play Opal. Zenith and Token. Yeah, but it's like, do I honor or do I opt? I think I honor and just put a counter on Zenith. Yeah. And then make 1/1s. Then the 1/1s can, like, try to chump block these homies. Okay. Probably dead if they have Violent Urge. But I don't think there's really anything I can do about Violent Urge, right? Yeah. Alright, alright. Okay. Take 20? Like, Jesus Christ, dude. I feel like I'm being hit with a sledgehammer in like every single game, you know? Decks are all just so fucking powerful, man. They're all doing so many ridiculous things. Like, this is standard! It feels like you could do this shit in modern, not standard. You know what I mean? Decks are just so powerful. Monster Jam Universes Beyond. Well, that's what we're doing right now. That's just what we're playing. That's just the whole format. Scoops up pimp. And I don't want to be like super reactive and holding up a bunch of mana. That's kind of why I didn't want to play the Annuls. Alright, well, do you have a kill spell? This is what I mean. It's like, you know, turn 2, I had a removal check. It's like, I played a creature that if my opponent doesn't kill, they immediately lose the game on the spot. Okay, there you go, we're done. This is like, I don't know, man, it feels weird. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying, it just feels weird. Kill this. Cast this. I'm gonna save the honor. Alright, your turn. If I redeem a deck tech, can I put the list into Discord? Yeah, but if you don't want to post it in here, you can. It's up to you. I mean, I allow links, so if you want to post a link, you can. Breakout! Standard is modern, and modern is now legacy. White, red, a Johnny Cats just got second in the showcase. In the legacy showcase challenge? Wait, are people playing... People are playing a Johnny in legacy? I don't believe you. I just don't believe you. This is not a great attack. I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. This is not a great attack. I mean, I take 6, but... I don't know if I would have done that. Sheltered by ghosts. God, if I had one more spell. Oh, I have an extra counter, so I can make 2 Drakes anyways. We're good. Oh, no, wait. What? Oh, that was the +1 counter. Okay, I got confused. I thought this was a I thought this was a Drake counter. My bad. Scrap Shooter. Okay, I'm with you. Let cook. Let cook. All right, Atog redeemed a deck tech. I'll look after this match. You said you posted in the Discord? All right, I'll look after this match. Ooh. Well, hello there. I think I'm just gonna put counters. So then this thing can attack. Yeah. That's what I thought. Alright, game 3. Cabal Therapy with voices, yeah. I know, I'm astonished. played the wrong land that turn. Yeah, I don't know. It's close. No, I definitely played the wrong land, because I have to take a point next turn, too. Oh. Okay. Ah! I pay 2 mana, I discard a card from my hand, and I pass the turn. I can't tell if they missed or if they misclicked. You know, it could go either way. Let's go here, and then... I think I'd, weirdly enough, rather just have a 3/3 on defense this turn. It's like attack for 4 and take 2, or attack for 3 and hold back the fear of missing out. I think that's a little bit better. It's Delirium synergy. I mean, hey, they put a sorcerer in their graveyard. Maybe not the way they wanted to, but they did port a sorcerer in the graveyard. Let's go here. God, triple Planisphere is nice. Okay. Okay. I mean, I get it. You know, I get it. 2160. Oh, the Legacy deck? Like, think about it this way, right? If you go to an LGS and you have a 0% win rate against Synthesizer, and you have 4 people of your 10 at the LGS playing Synthesizer, you just find the new LGS, right? 5-head? Think about it. Also, you know what would probably help your win rate against Synthesizer? Just being a little more aggressive. Because the thing about like just in terms of the matchup dynamic, you're never gonna win a long game against them. Like no matter how many Kayas you get to resolve, it's just not gonna matter. So at that point, like I'd rather just be like, just try to be more aggressive, you know? Because you just can't match their late game. I guess your argument maybe there is Elspeth. Elspeth could match their late game if you can, like, set up a one-shot kill, but... Ah! It's kind of fucked up. Why would you not want to tap that passage? Come on, man. Get out of here. The green season? I don't know what the green season is. Season of... No, weaving is blue. I don't know what the green season is. Season of Gathering? Yeah, that's it. Gathering is what it is. That wasn't very good, by the way. That wasn't great. That was not ideal. In case you were wondering. It's not how that's supposed to go. Got 2 more. Try that. And the games where you draw that card against them, it's so much easier to win. So much easier to win when you draw that card against them. Back before Tarkir ruined Standard? I mean, Tarkir was where it started, but I don't think all the blame should be placed on Tarkir, you know what I mean? Like, it's part Tarkir, part Final Fantasy, part them not rotating Agatha Soul Cauldron when they should have. Like, there's a lot of factors that go in. There's a lot of factors here. Oh, sorry, muted. Core Steel Cutter. You got a kill spell over there? You got a kill spell over there, buddy? The answer is yes. I would like a land, but... Fuck. Not good. Oh. Wait, never mind. Just kind of assumed they had a kill spell. Well, I didn't think we'd get this far. Okay. Could really use an island this turn. It's not an island. Okay, thank you. I was like, please, for the love of God. 12, huh? So Flood Maw would deal them 9. Gotta hold up Counterspell, right? Surely I have to hold up Counterspell here. I really don't want them trading for the 3/3, though. Alright, your turn. I'm one short. I'm one short with the Otter. Right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm too short. I think I just go cast the Otter, hit for 5, hold up Counterspell. Because if I stock up, then I can't hold up the Counterspell that turn. It's been a long, lonely December. Oh my god, did they have Smuggler's Surprise? You know what I can't counter with Disdainful Stroke? There's no fucking way, right? Just have to jam. Alright, tuck. Yeah, I know they have it. Just fucking cast it. Just fucking cast it. Tell me how bad it is. One creature, one creature, one creature. Yeah, that's fine, right? How many permanents? 3? I could sack 3. Resolve. Uno, dos, tres. There you go. Alright, we're fine. We're good. We're good. Now, if it was two things I probably couldn't have beaten. If your opponent casts Orym's Chant with Kicker, can you spell snare it? It's the same thing. Yes, it also works for discounts. So if your opponent casts like a Warped Nova Hellcat or Quantum Breather, then you can Disdainful Stroke that. So it does go both ways. You wanted to be surprised? I was, in fact, surprised. Did they go to 4? 4 life? No, it appears they did mulligan to 4, yes. Exercise your mana rock on your mull to 4. I'm sorry, opponent. I'm sorry, man. I apologize. I don't mean to be the bad guy, but you know. Bro. Bruh. Bruh. Galta. Okay, I probably should play Ghost Vacuum this turn. It seems like you're being the bad guy. See, that's what they want you to believe, you know? That's what they want you to think. Hey, at least when I exile this Galta, they're gonna gain a life off the insight. Belgoboth. Okay. I respect that my opponent has determined the only way they can win is if my cat accidentally jumps on my keyboard. I respect that. I'm actually not going to hit the Galta because I want to put both big creatures into the same vacuum. Does that make sense? I think it makes sense to me. Although I guess I only get a 1/1 Galta, so what's the point of having a 1/1 Galta, right? How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? I respect the effort, you know. They're at least trying. You know, I really would like to get a hat-trick token, but I'm just going to hold up the counterspell. As much as I want to get a Drake token, patience. Patience, my friend. Again! Could I have just killed them with the honor? 4, 8, 9, 10. No, I think I was short no matter what, right? Yeah, I don't think it matters. It's probably safer to hold the stroke anyways. 6 counter Drake Catcher, by the way. What would you rather have in this deck? Hallowed Fountain or Ancestral Recall? I think it's close. Add red for Monstrous Rage? I think you meant to say add red for Full Bore. You ready for this? They're gonna block. 100%. You're supposed to block. I did say 100%, but it appears that I was mistaken. How many times have I cast Ancestral? Only in Vintage Cube. I've never cast that card outside of Vintage Cube. Permission to just jam Zenith this turn. No, that feels bad. We'll wait for next turn. But now I can't play the talents, so... Maybe I should have just played Zenith. I don't know. That's close. What is Ancestral? Ancestral Recall. It is, it's kind of like Magic's version of Pot of Greed, but nobody actually knows what it does. What is Ancestral... What? What are you talking about? You're just saying words at this point. Stormchasers, the talents have been bugged for a while. I'm not sure why they're bugged, but they've just been bugged for a while. It's like all the extended border arts on the talents are bugged. Ancestral Doom. I don't know what Ancestral Doom is. Is that a real card? Should have played around that. I think we'll be okay, but they're not going to deal me 14 damage this turn. Did I mention bruh? That's good. Because now they have to chump block. Chump block, chump block, chump block, chump block. Chump block go to 3. Your turn. You got any main deck fire magics over there? No, they don't have main deck fire magic. What's up, Rupert? How you doing today? I think we broke standard. Unironically, by the way. I do say that sincerely. They're like larger mono red, huh? Mono red dragons. Dragon D's nuts. It's like Bloomborough and Tarkir. Like their worlds melded together, you know, or something. I would have never guessed that your opponent likes dragons. They're just a big Draco fan, you know? What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I, like, spaced out for a second. That was kind of weird. I legitimately just, like, stared at my screen for a second and just, like, blanked. Ah! Wait, I can't beat that card. No, for real, I can't beat that card. Alright, just don't kill the Stray Catcher and we're cool. Don't do it. Don't do it. No. No. That's okay. I mean, it's not ideal, but it's okay. Obviously, it's not perfect, but... I do have to take a lot of damage here. But, you know, you do what you gotta do. Okay, now the question is, what is the second spell we cast? I think, given the fact that I can't really afford to play the passage on white, it kind of has to be a blue card. So it's probably just talent. Like, as much as I want to put a counter on Drakecatcher to have it survive Lightning Strike, I just can't afford to put this passage on white, I don't think. It just seems kind of foolish. Because then we can't double spell next turn. If this is gone and we have 3 blue cards with 2 passage on white. The integer limit on Arena. I don't think I've ever tried. Like, in terms of life total. Does anybody even know what the limit is? How many digits do you think it is? Like 7? Six 69420. Why do you say that? Why would you say the limit is 69420? Sus. Yeah, it feels like something Saffron Olive would have done, right? Okay, so I need Frenzy to not cost 1 mana, so I only attack with 2. 5 head. Sure. Elusive. He's very elusive. Yeah, it feels like something that Seth would have done at some point. Like, just test the limits on it. Because the cool thing about Drakecatcher with Honor is Honor gets the Drakecatcher to 3 power without needing a second spell. So even if you're just kind of top decking and you draw Honor and you have a 1 power Drakecatcher, that immediately gets it to 3 power to make the Drake token. So like that interaction felt pretty cool to me. I mean, they gave me a smiley face, so I'll give him a little wink back. Any winks? Any winks? I will say, this mana base is a little painful. I won't lie, this mana base is definitely more painful than I'd like it to be, but... I mean, if you're playing blue-white, you just kind of have to. Because you just don't have enough dual lands in blue-white without playing Passage and Starting Town. So it just kind of is what it is. You just live with it. You just start the game at 10, no big deal. I mean, as long as you keep dodging mono red, then it's fine. It's kind of rude. Bro, don't deal me a damage. I don't think that's very good against them. I mean, I guess keeping that could be okay if they, like, construct this turn, but it's only gonna kill 1 construct, right? Tinker's Tote. Yo, huge tote. Huge tote. Give me a spell. Well, I mean, it's a spell. I did ask for a spell, right? Like, it's not exactly the spell that I wanted, but take it. We did have this question earlier, almost the last time you played against Artifact Andy. We found the Artifact player. We have located the Artifact player. I heard it's good. It's not a bad one. You think if Kappa Cannoneer was legal in Standard, this deck would play Kappa Cannoneer? Oh, that's actually kind of a banger-ass draw. Wait, that cooks, doesn't it? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have to leave 1 mana floating to be able to cast the Otter. So we can go X equals 4. Yeah, X is 4. Just go 1 on each. And then the Drake will actually be 4 power. Because it'll get a counter, it'll get prowess, counter, and then counter from Zenith. So this is 15. Dude, that was a good turn. All right, your turn. Dude, the Otter is so good too. It's like, it just does everything, right? It's a 1-mana prowess creature that also gives you a free double spell turn for Zenith. Dude, this deck is nice. I'll take another Otter. Another Otter is probably our best draw. What if they Starcage again? What if they don't? If you considered that? We're 8-1 currently. 8-1 up a game. The only deck that we've lost to so far is fucking VV. We've beaten everything but VV. I think this deck is, like, actually legit. It's felt really good so far. Alright, rip out, sheltered out. Probably want more Flood Maws against them. Cut like an Honor, a Sleight, and a Planisphere. Let's keep the Planisphere. VV is getting banned in early November. Bottom right, baby. Bottom right. If you guys would like to know how much time we have left with yours truly, aka VB or Nitier, bottom right-hand side of your screen. That's the countdown. What is Viva no VV? What do you think it is? Just out of curiosity. No, it's countdown to November 10th. We're almost there, chat. We're almost there. I guess I let them have this. Although now it's kind of bad. So if I tap out for Zenith, I get to resolve an artifact. But the other problem is, if I hold up mana, they could just have land Battlefront. So I'm kind of in a weird spot, right? I mean, highest upside play is just jam Zenith. But let's just go for it. Because again, if I do nothing and they just go land Battlefront, then we're just cooked. You're telling me is Cutter, VV, Profs, Cauldron are all going to be banned and we're still going to have Prowess Overlords? Kind of, yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, even if they ban VV and Cauldron, I think Izzet might still be the best deck. The Izzet Profs deck is still really good. You ever just take 2 lands? I mean, it's either 2 lands or land Flood Maw. Well, I already have an Annul in hand. I mean, I guess a second Annul is not terrible. The reason I want the Flood Maw is because what I want to do is I want to go Flood Maw, Snare, play a cantrip, and hold up Annul, so I can Annul the Snare on the way back down. I'm going to take Flood Maw, actually. I think I like that. And then just, like, Annul, maybe Annul whatever they do this turn. I'm not going to counter that. So, Sleight, try to find a land. Okay, land's good. Could have named green, maybe? Maybe that was better. I mean, I probably shouldn't let him have this, right? So we Flood Maw the Snare in response. And then I think we hold the opt. Yeah, hold the opt. Jeez. You think they have Day of Judgment? I should probably play around Day of Judgment, right? You guys want a full send? I feel like these decks usually have Day of Judgment, don't they? Well, Starcage doesn't matter if I play the second Zenith, right? I don't care about Starcage. I only care about Day of Judgment. All right, chat. I'm gonna believe you. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if they cast Day of Judgment next turn, everybody who said full send is getting perma'd. All right. I'm just letting you know right now. If and when they cast Day of Judgment, we're all getting perma'd. I'm just gonna perma the whole chat. Okay, that's fine. I don't give a shit about that. You can have that. Why opt over honor there? Good question. I don't really have an answer for you. Okay, that would have been a reason to bounce the Starcage. 4, 5, 6. Well, if we hit a spell, we can still kill them, right? Yeah, spell still kills them. 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Counter! That's 9-1, by the way. 9-1, chat. Like, even the +1 power, it just matters so much with the Dragecatcher. It comes up so often. You think if I would bring this deck to an RCQ with Hallowed Fountains, anyone would notice? Yes, but I would recommend trying Seachrome Coast instead. That one you could probably get away with. Stelmus and Foundations. No, this hand is tough, isn't it? I think I keep this, but it's close. I'm gonna try it. I'm definitely, like, not excited about this, but... No, I cut the 4th Zenith. I don't remember what we cut the Zenith for, but we did cut the 4th Zenith. Oh, we cut it for the 4th Hatcher, that's what it was. We swapped those numbers. Which I think is right, because every time you have Hatcher on turn 2, you're, like... it's just a different deck when it has Hatcher on turn 2. Hatcher's probably the best card in the deck. I do remember that, Terry, yeah. The Barrage and the Naya Unideck. It was on camera, too. They did, like, a deck tech on camera, and they showed the guy with the Barrage in the deck. That shit was so funny. Yeah, that shit was so good. Well, I mean, I can't really let them have Drunith, so let's do this. Yeah, we can't let them have Drunith. A little worried they're going to have Orid next turn, but not much I can do about that. This matchup does seem pretty tough because we're not playing Get Lost. I think we could make this matchup a lot better if we just played Get Lost over Sheltered. But then we would lose points in the red matchup, so it's like, you know. Heavy like Planisphere. It's like fine, but you just need more threats. And Planisphere is like, it's not a fantastic card, but it's just, you know, the best of the options that you have. It's like the next best 2-drop after Dragecatcher. But like I said, it's not fantastic, but it's just, you need something to fill that spot in the curve. I wish I was hitting for 6 this turn, but I'll take the 5, you know? There's no way they can block here. It's just not. It's psychotic to block here. Are they thinking about blocking? There's no way. There's no way you're blocking. 0% chance. Yeah, alright, alright. Go. This would be bad if they had Ouroboroi. But I feel like if they had Ouroboroi, they would have cast that last turn instead of the Surrock. So... why is Get Lost better here? Yeah, you want to be able to kill the Ouroboroi before they get the trigger. Speaking of which... I would like to say that is a problem for next turn, and not the current turn that we're in. They do have a lot of shitters, though. Alright, well, this stock up to be good. Turns out the stock up was good. As a matter of fact, let me kill the Siren. Oh, I just forgot to make a token. I'm sorry. I'm stupid. I forgot to make a token. That was my bad. I literally just forgot to make a token. Yeah. I forgot. I didn't even end up making the token. I just forgot. I'm sorry, chat. Don't get mad at me. I'm sorry. Trying to think here. I mean, I'm taking these two. It's very obvious. I just don't know what I'm doing this turn. What if it's just sheltered the Surrock, send everything, and then next turn Flood Maw the Ouroboroi? How does that end up going for us? Nah. Because the thing is, they just pass, right? Like, they just go Ouroboroi, pass, no attacks. And then I can bounce the Ouroboroi for a turn, but... then I probably still don't have great attacks if I do that after. But they are taking a lot of damage this turn. Whatever, it's fine. We'll just do it like this. Yeah, I mean, they don't have to... they can just take 8, right? They can just chump the Drake-Catcher and take the rest, which is probably what they're going to do. They just go Chump Hatcher, take 8, go to 6. Oh, okay. Well. I feel like they maybe had a, like, at least a turn there, but... oh, that's a good point, too. We can Flood Maw and level up next turn to get back the Flood Maw. Yeah, that'd be good. Exorcise. Yeah, that's true too. If they like block with everything, we can set up a blow up with the Flood Maw. I think the last time I did this, we were going this, and this. Guess what we did the last time? Yeah. It's good. Sand does kind of need an island, but... maybe I should go to Baltimore now. Maybe I should consider going to Baltimore now that we have potentially broken the format. Ooh, Beastbinder's pretty good against me. Beastbinder is really good against Drake-Catcher. This is tough. I think we have to try and dig for a Seam Rip. So let's do that. Yeah. Hit for 4. Yeah, dude, the Beastbinder just kind of embarrasses Draycatcher. Definitely need to find a Seam Rip for that card. Has an opponent ever played a Beastbinder against us and had it not be amazing? Nah, man. Beastbinder is crazy. I've been saying this for a while. Beastbinder, like, the Dimir players who were playing Deep Cavern Bat over Beastbinder, they never knew. And I'm happy that, you know, more Dimir players recently have been starting to kind of pick up on the Beastbinder tech, but Beastbinder is just the best 2-drop. Yeah, I mean, we have to find Seam Rip. We actually have to find Seam Rip off of just this. Guess we need to pay for the ward. We're done. We are done. This is not good, chat. Es no bueno. How do I even get out of this? Especially with this on top. Yeah, there's just no way. All right, game 3. Yeah, there's just nothing else for the Ouroboros, too. And before you ask, no, I'm not going to board in Disdainful Stroke. Planisphere good against Binder? Not really, because they can just Binder the artifact. So if you play Planisphere, they just tide Binder the artifact. And it still doesn't really, like, get you where you need to go. Gene Pollinator. Alright, well, Drake ya. W Drake. A very, very common Drake W. You know, I'd like to think that this entire match was just decided on play versus draw, but... Which, I mean, to be fair, is kind of true, right? You know, like... Alright, so let's do this. Kill this. Ooh, I thought they were going to block. I mean, I'll just keep that for next turn. I could have got one more damage in, but I thought there was a chance that if I attack first before playing the talent, they might not consider blocking. But maybe they weren't going to chump either way, and I did just miss a point of damage. I'm willing to believe that's the case. Maybe this deck could just play Beastbinder. Like a 1 or 2 up in the sideboard. But it's like not really that good on the draw, right? You're on the draw, they play theirs first. They play theirs, you play yours, and it's, you know, where do you really go from there? Did that opt over honor play again? Right, so that time I did it because next turn I want to have the option to go honor the Hatcher and play second Hatcher and still be able to trigger the Hatcher without having to play a second spell. So that time it was on purpose. Also, it was at instant speed, so I wanted to get them to block first. So there were multiple reasons. What did you do to the talent? It's just this is a bug, not a feature. Confirmed feature, not a bug. I guess we should... I guess opt first, see what's going on. I don't hate that. It's like I'm not really losing a Draycatcher in exchange because I'm sacrificing the first one that's already dead for the second one. I mean, this is worse if they have second Larcenist, I guess, but... I mean, see, they recognize the power of the Hatcher, you know? It's not ideal, I'll be honest with you. It's not great. Kind of wish they didn't cast that card. Give me a Sheltered. Give me a Sheltered. Not really. It's not really the droids I'm looking for, huh? Attacking there might be a little psycho. I respect it, though. Alright, let's opt first, see if we can find Sheltered. Wrong white card. Wrong white card. I guess there's not really another way to do it, right? Kind of have to do it that way. Because I needed to make sure I can, like... I need to try and get... I need to be able to threaten lethal next turn. And the only way I can do that is by attacking them for 4 this turn. So this means that they have to double chump block. That's not true. They can triple block the Draycatcher, but then if they do that, they have to lose the Ouroboros. So what they probably do is chump. Yeah, this is fine, right? They chump the Hatcher, chump the Otter, take 4, go to 4, and then I play tap land. Sure, I guess they could do this too. Kind of the same thing. If they buff Oro, we're dead. No, because we get to keep the Hatcher back to block, right? So even if they buff, if they like have +3, the 5, 10, 13, 15, we just chump block. I guess no, we would still be dead, yeah. But there's not much I can do about that. Like, I need to try and kill them next turn. And this is the only way I can do that. I actually don't have to block. I can just take 13. Although, taking 13 kind of sketchy, right? Yeah. Okay. So we should... This thing has Ward 1, right? So I guess we have to Sleight of Hand. Because if I stock up into land Sheltered, I can't do that. So it's basically... do I think I'm going to hit Sheltered or Flood Maw? I mean, I have more Flood Maw. I have more Sheltereds in my deck than Flood Maws, right? So I should at least give myself the out of casting Sheltered by Sleight of Hand. So let's do that. I guess we could have done that too. We could have gone Cosmo Sleight of Hand. And then that way we could have had more chump blockers. Maybe that was a better line. I didn't actually think about that. Yeah, that might have been better. I think we're probably cooked now, though. Yeah, maybe that was better. Just go like Cosmo Sleight, make additional chump blockers. Maybe I get an extra turn that way too. If I go Cosmo Sleight, because then if I get one more turn, I can actually like hit a land off the Sleight to land 5, and then next turn stock up into land Sheltered would still do it because I would have 6 total mana. That might have given me an extra turn. Because now if they send everything, I have to chump block with the flyer, right? Maybe they won't see it? If they attack with everything, I have no outs. Nah, they won't see it. Trust, trust, trust. I guess that's true. They could also just turn off the flying on the Drake token. Hold. Hold. Ah! They're still thinking about it. You can take it back. I'll let you take it back. I'll let you return one of your attackers. Because I'm a nice guy. I'll let you do it. Alright. They have found the correct line. That gives me no outs. GG! Yeah, I mean, again, the only other potential line was, like, Cosmo into Sleight of Hand, and that maybe could have given me an extra draw step. The issue with taking the Cosmo into Sleight of Hand line is it means that they are free to attack with, at bare minimum, the Beastbinder, and then if the Beastbinder shuts off the flyer, I don't really know if I have any outs from there, you know what I mean? Like, technically I don't die that turn, but, like, I don't know how I'm winning at that point. Oh. Okay. Chat, any gamblers? Would you like to gamble on my opponent's Rockface Village no other landscape? Interesting. Well, you see, the good part about these games is that they're very close. That's the good part about these games. They're very close and interesting. Not really a big fan of this hand. I'm gonna go ahead and click the mulligan button. It's painful, but I have no honor. Should we go Otter first? Took the 10-1 on lose. Well, the good thing is, at least for the doubters, is we're on the draw against Mono Red, so we're probably going to lose this game. And then, game 3, I'll let you know. We'll figure it out when we go to game 3. Fire magic is not real. Fire magic is not real, and it cannot hurt me, alright? I repeat. Fire magic is not real, and it can't hurt me. It's just not a real card, doesn't exist. Can't hurt me. I mean, I'm racing. I don't know about you. I'm currently winning the race. Draw. So yeah. So I guess I hadn't thought about them just passing the turn. Maybe I should have sheltered last turn. I'm at 11. Yeah, I mean, I think all the red decks run fire magic, don't they? What if I just didn't cast the sheltered? It's so crazy that it just might work. Okay. Well, they don't have shock. What do they have? They would have cast Fire Magic. They would have cast Shock. Lightning Strike, maybe? Okay, sure. 11. And then next turn, this would be 2, 4, 6, 7. If I draw a 1-mana spell, it's 10. So still not quite, but... So this puts me to 4? Oh, sorry, never mind. Wait. Weren't they on 3 speed last turn? I'm confused. Why did they not... I should have taken more damage, shouldn't I? Am I missing something? Because they were on 3 speed, they first strike here, and then I take 4, right? First strike happens once. No, I know that, but it was first strike with this, then this happens... Oh, okay. First strike, and then regular combat damage. No, you're right. No, you're 100% right. Because it's first strike damage, but then they don't actually get the first strike from the Bastronaut because they've already passed first strike damage. Yeah. I see. We're going to celebrate big time on November 10th. November 10th is going to be one of the streams of all time. Yeah, for when VV goes. I mean, the question on everybody's mind at this point is like, what else? You know, because I think it's pretty obvious that VV is going to go, but what else is going to go? And I don't know what the answer to that question is. I think there's a lot of different ways they could go. Amulet of Vigor. I will... Alright, chat, you can quote me on this. I will gift chat 10 subs if they touch Modern. 10 subs, alright? There's no way they're touching Modern. Modern's fine. They don't need to do anything to Modern. So, this hand, huh? Hand's not looking great. Yeah, I guess they could unban stuff. I haven't really thought about what they could potentially unban in Modern. Violent Outburst, maybe? Dude, what the hell? Should I cycle my Honor? I really don't want to. This is not going well, I'll be honest with you. It's not great. Oh, big draw, big draw, big draw. Player Unnormalize. Bro, what the fuck? Aven Interrupter? What is going on over there? Esper with Aven Interrupter. Nah, you can't cast Honor without a target. So I would have to target their creature. I've been rupted. Yetta and Oski. Wait, why did they pick up Interrupter? What? Enchantment. Okay. So they're still representing Normalize. Okay, let me ask you this. How bad is it if I go untapped passage, cast Cosmogrand Zenith, and they just Normalize anyways? I pay 3, pass. I'm at 9. Block. Yeah, it's not even that bad, right? It's really not even that bad. Oh. They just didn't have Normalize? What do they have? Oh, do they have a kill spell? Is that what this is? It's got to be a kill spell, right? Because they did shock. I mean, look, if you want to use a kill spell on my 1/1 token, I'm cool with that. Yeah, it's got to be a kill spell, right? If they shocked. True. That is a good point. If it was a kill spell, they would have got priority. I don't know what it could be then. Weird. I'm not sure. Very suspicious. You could not pay me enough money to tell you what the text on this card is. Whenever an opponent attacks with creatures, if 2 or more of those creatures are attacking you and or planeswalkers you control, that opponent loses 3 life and you draw a card. Alrighty then. Dude. Fucking hell. We have a lot of enchantments, I guess. Well, how about I mean, it does have affinity for planeswalkers. I think I need to try to resolve this Sheltered by Ghosts. Let's do that first. I think they have Annul. I mean, it's game 1. Dude, do I hit the Tomic or the Aven Interrupter? That'd be the... Not the Aven Interrupter of the year. It's gotta be the Tomic, though, right? Because if I don't kill Tomic, they're gonna deal me 3. Okay. Well, that's what they shocked for. So... do this... Counter. Cast this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just stay with this. Yeah, I guess we don't even care about the Tomic, right? Because we can just attack with this one thing every turn. Tomic's kind of whatever. Until the turn we eventually alpha them. Alright, chat, I don't really know how to sideboard against this deck. It's like Esper taxes? Question mark. Esper 3-drops. Well, I feel like if the game's gonna get grindy, which I assume it will, could do a stock up. Could do... Yeah, you're probably surprised to hear this, but unfortunately my sideboard is not prepared for checks notes Tomic. Yeah, Maw's not bad. Could do more Sheltered, maybe. Like that. Some light sideboarding. Is there Ravnica IRS lore? I've kept worse hands. He works for the Orzhov. But how do you know the Orzhov are part of the IRS? Oh, because taxes. I see what you're doing over there. I pick up what you're putting down. Oh, I should play the Otter first. Order, order, order. Starfield Vocalist and Virtue of Knowledge. Which one? I don't know what Virtue of Knowledge does. The Orzhov collect taxes on Ravnica. I never read the lore, so I didn't know this. I would believe you, but I didn't know this. I mean... What do you think they're cooking over there? Kind of smells like an Aven Interrupter. Interrupt this. They said, okay. Now the question is, would you like to block? I definitely don't have an opt. Fuck. Trying to flood my piss. Judge, my opponent is trying to piss in my flood. We'll work on that. There's something there, but... Oh, the Frygate! Hashtag Frygate. Okay, they're gonna tap. Opponent is a tapper. I repeat, they are a tapper. There is something there, I'm telling you. You just don't believe me. Ye of little faith. I'm gonna rip the Siren. Okay, well, guess I'm not gonna rip the Siren. We have located the Fart Wizard. I repeat, our opponent's name is Fart Wizard. What's with the timer? Timer is the countdown until November 10th, which is the standard banned and restricted announcement. You better watch out for Fart Wizard. Alright, I think we've beaten this deck 4 times. So I think we're good. Hopefully. Now, maybe we may have lost to it once, I can't remember. Okay, no Drunith is good. I'm just gonna play a bunch of guys, I guess. We'll start cooking next turn. Yeah, dude, no changes is gonna go so crazy. No change is about to go super hard. If that's actually what happens. They have the opportunity to do the funniest thing possible. The funniest thing imaginable. There'll actually be a riot. Honestly, you're probably right, yeah. Yo, can I get a spell? Can I please get a spell here? I'm not even picky, I'll take any spell. Well, fuck me. Oh, man. Oh, not like this. The answer was, in fact, no. Just any spell, man. Any spell would have been so good. Alright, math time. So, if they have nothing, this would be... They go land, pump here. Be 3, 4... Be 4, 8, 12, 16... It's not good. Not good. I think we're dead, chap. I think we are dead. Vivian Nemesis gone, that's my vote. I think they gotta do more. I'm honestly thinking like Vivi, Nemesis, Enduring Curiosity, and Omniscience. And honestly, maybe Profs too. Just like, just get rid of it all. This Ouroboros card that my opponents played seems very strong. Would you agree? Yeah, I don't, like, what exactly were they thinking with Omniscience? Like, how does Omniscience ever end up being a reasonable card? You know what I mean? Like, what's the upside? There is no upside, right? Like, I don't... How does that end up ever being remotely reasonable? Oh, dude, I'm so close to lethal. Actually, no, I'm not, because I can just block here. Oh, wait, I'm 1 damage short. Oh my god. Because I can go Planisphere, equip to Otter, play Seam Rip. I can make a 4/4 and a 5/5, but they just block the 5/5 and go to 1. So close. So close! I mean, I guess I would have won if I had equipped the Planisphere before playing the Honor last turn, but I wanted to give myself the opportunity to, you know, cast a 3-mana spell if I hit it. Double equip. If I double equip, then I have a 4/4 and a 6/6. So if I double equip, I'm still 1 point short, right? Or this would be a 5/5 and a 4/4. So no matter what, I'm 1 point short. Because I can either equip here, have a 5/5 and a 4/4, or move both here and have a 5/5 and a 4/4. So either way, I'm 1 point short. I was close, though. Alright, so Flood Maw, Sheltered, Exorcise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They attack you in such huge chunks, you know? Seems a little sketchy, but I think it's good enough. The double Seam Rip here is kind of awkward. Have you ever not boarded in Flood Maw? Not to my knowledge, no. Why did they shock? Oh, they have Spell Pierce. Okay. I was like, why did they shock here? Yeah, maybe we should maybe we should just be playing more Flood Maw's main. Maybe just over Seam Rips. We could do like maybe a bit more of a split that way. Yeah, maybe if you're on Split Up Authority gets better, but I'm gonna save the opt so I can have a second spell with Zenith. I think they like the play that I made. Stormchaser's Talent. Dude, I always forget to make a fucking Drake. Why did I do that? Chat, why did I forget to make a Drake? Because I'm stupid, that's why. I'm gonna counter the talent, that's fine. You know, it's only like I missed 3 damage. It's not that big of a deal, you know? What's 3 damage between friends? You know, it's okay. I think we'll be good. The Cosmogrand, not the Hatcher, huh? I guess either way, they're kind of screwed, right? Okay. The Beast. Alright, can I please have a spell? Can I please have a spell? Thank you. So you just have to ask nicely. Ho ho ho. Shouldn't have. Weirdly enough, I think it's better for me to cast that post-combat. Because post-combat means, like, if I pre-combat it, kill a Beastbinder, they make this one a 2/4, and then the 2/4 can check the Zenith. But if I wait till after combat, they can't do that. Does that make sense? I mean, they just don't really have a way out of this, right? Calling it now. If Doom wins Worlds, the card he will be named after will be the Doomwake Giant Jr. Is that like Carl's Jr.? Similar? What would you say the percentage difference is? Son of the Baconator? Well, I mean, that's the same thing as Baconator Jr., is it not? I think that's kind of implied. Patties are smaller, but still 6 strips. Then it's not really a junior, though. It's the same amount of bacon, you know? Why even call it a junior at that point? Like, they're kind of just liony, aren't they? Isn't half the sandwich his father was? Yeah, it's less than half. This is gonna be a tough one, chat. This is gonna be a tough one. I think we're kind of cooked. Okay. Do I opt or do I honor? I guess I should honor and then opt on their turn. Because that could potentially let me block the Sirach on defense. I think I like this. There's no reason to opt now because it's only 5 damage. So I can't make an extra Drake if I opt now. And this way I can kind of use the opt as a combat trick. Okay. Yeah. Question is, do you chump block? Chump blocker takes 6, chat. What are we thinking? Maybe I should have opted first to see what was on top. I think this might be a chump block situation now. I mean, I don't know. I guess I can always chump block next turn. And I could potentially maybe get, like, a double block next turn with the extra Drake. Let's just take it. Do it like this. Trying to find Sheltered. That is definitely not what I was looking for. Okay. So double Planisphere? I think double Planisphere is the move. The schmoove. Let me leave back the Drake. Because they're basically in a spot where if they chump block with a Mago, they only have 1 lethal flyer. And if they take, then I can make an extra Drake and then chump both their flyers. So, no matter what, we'll at least have, like, a requisite number of flying blockers for the flying attackers. We do die to land bounce spell here, though. But I don't know if there's much I can do about that. Hold! Okay, that's the land. No bounce spell? No bounce spell, please. Oh, they have priority. I don't like this. I don't like this, chat. Why do they have priority? Okay. Dodged. Oh, baby. I will not forget to make a Drake. I promise I will not forget to make a Drake. Flood. Flood, 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 flood. Flood, 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 flood. Pew, 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 pew,